So you finally built up the courage to ask. You think you're ready and have what it takes. You want to play around in the backyard. Well, hold up a minute there. Things can get real messy if you just jump right in. But with a bit of preparation and planning, playing in the backyard can be a fun and exciting adventure. So throw down a towel and strap on in for Boojum's vMOL of Lorcage Guide to the Backyard. So you finally made it past the twins and are on the final boss of vMOL. You are one of the lucky few runners to make your way into the backyard during the fight and hunt down 6 void callers before their shadows sink into the ground and everyone dies. Before we get started, there are a couple of things you should make sure to have ready beforehand. Most importantly, have a self-heal. You won't need high DPS back there, but a ranged weapon can be helpful so you can keep on moving. Finally, before the fight begins, I recommend you practice your route a few times. Once you've done a practice run and come back through the gateway, you can die and be rezzed by your teammates. It's a great way to learn without all the stress of a boss fight. Typically, trial groups will send 2 to 3 runners to hunt down the void callers. There are 6 total, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 2 in the middle of the map. Their potential hiding locations are shown on this map in red, green, and blue dots. You can see that the left and right hand sides have 8 hiding spots each, and the middle has 7. With a bit of skill, 2 runners can easily find all 6 void callers by following these routes. This guide will give you a step-by-step walkthrough of both routes, so here we go. So, how do you know when it's time to make your run? Well, during the fight, the boss will yell out that the void is approaching or drown in shadows, and at the same time, in the center pad, you will see 6 shades emerge from underground. There'll be 2 on the left, 2 in the middle, and 2 on the right. You should also note that while you're in the backyard, this is how your teammates can tell you which shadows are remaining and need to be hunted down. Alright, so as we run into the backyard, you can see I've put a map up in the top right corner so that we can follow along with our progress as we run the route to the left side and to the middle of the backyard. We're also going to pause for a moment and take a note of a couple of things. One, you can see there are going to be a lot of Khajiit NPCs that are dancing in the backyard. They can be ignored, but you can also see these blue orbs floating all around. These have to be avoided, as if you hit them, they will do quite a bit of damage and put a pretty nasty dot on you. Okay, so coming to our first stop, we are going to be looking for these little bowls with blue flame coming out of the top next to these prayer rugs. Once we arrive at each of these locations, we're going to use our Eye of Jode by synergizing to put that little flame out. When that happens, one of 3 things will occur. Either a shade praying will appear that we want to kill, an assassin, which is hostile, will appear that we will also need to kill, or nothing will appear and we can move on to the next one. Okay, you can see that we've put out that fire, but nothing appeared, so we're going to jump across the chasm to the next one. And as we use our Eye of Jode, lo and behold, a void caller has been hiding here. This is one of the shades that we are looking for. You can see they only have 1 health, so a quick light attack is going to be all that's required to kill them, and we can move on to the next one. It should also be noted that once we kill this one, back in the main arena, your teammates will be able to see that one of the 2 shades on the left side of the pad will disappear, so they can help you keep track of how many are remaining. Alright, a quick light attack and that void caller is dead. We can move on to the next one. Proc our Eye of Jode, and we got lucky. The second void caller on the left side is right here. So we're going to kill them, and then I'm going to continue the full route so you can see exactly where to go if you are a left side and middle runner. It's also very important to note that since we took out 2 void callers on the left side, all of the flaming pots on the left side will extinguish. So you know you've got the 2 on that side when the rest of those pots extinguish. You're only looking for ones that are still lit now. As we continue the run, I'm going to throw an arrow next to all of the fire pots. along the route so you can see which ones we're looking for. You can see here this is the first fire pot on the middle route, and a void caller is here. So we're going to kill them and then move on to the second middle fire pot before cleaning up the rest of the left side, even though we don't need to since we've already found 2 on the left. Alright, moving on. We're going to make a pretty scary jump here to get to the second middle fire pot. And we found the void caller there, so realistically we have found all 6 between myself and my teammate on the right side. But I'm going to continue to run this route just to show you the rest of the entire path that you'd be taking for the left side. Alright, that does it for the left-hand side route. We're going to be running our way out of here now, back to join our comrades and get ready for our next run. So let's take a quick look at what the right-hand path looks like. Alright, we've got Cosm running on the right-hand side. She's going to be stopping at all of the fire bowls along the way. There's our first one, on to our second one, a quick right-hand turn to the third one. And this is the first Void Assassin that we've seen. You can see they spawn and they are hostile. They put a slowing effect on you, which can be pretty tricky, especially if you're making jumps like that. And it is a bit random as to where they show up. So Cosm's unfortunately run into 2 as she is moving along and clearing out all of these fire pots. Here is the first Void Caller on the right-hand side. And as she gets to the last right-hand side, you can see there's the last Void Caller that she was able to take down with an AoE as soon as they appeared. Alright, continuing, she would now go to the middle here, and then up towards the end. You can see that Assassin has appeared, and it's giving her some trouble. She got the middle one there, and I was able to get the last middle one. That is the full route for the right-hand side. So once we've finished killing all 6 of the Void Callers in the backyard, we're going to make our way back into the arena and then over to the right and left hand sides in all 4 corners of the room. You can see that there are going to be 4 glowing pads that we can stand on to cleanse the curse that is on us. Now it should be noted that these pads can be stepped on by anybody in the trial during the entire fight. And if they are, then that pad will disappear and you won't be able to use it again to cleanse. So if all the pads run out, unfortunately the only way to clear your curse is to die. A quick way to do that is by stepping on any one of the blue glowing pads in the arena and make sure a teammate is ready to res you quickly so you can make your next run into the backyard. So what happens if you don't cleanse that curse? You can see right now I've got a blue glowing aura around me. It's time to run to the backyard, and we die as soon as we try to go through that door. Not to worry though. If that happens, we call for a sub, they run back, and remember, as soon as you get rezzed, that curse is lifted from you, and you can run back there to help your teammates. Okay, so I'm going to bring the game audio back, and we're going to do a couple of quick runs just so you can see kind of how the pacing works and listen to some of my teammates' communication as they help us figure out where these guys are in the back.
Remember to get the dot under your feet to take it to the edge so that it doesn't explode in group and stun them.
Got our first Void Caller there.
Yeah.
You can see those blue orbs do a pretty nasty amount of damage to you. We end up with an assassin here. We got a couple actually on this run, which is unfortunate.
One left, 2 right, 2 mid.
Hear my teammate calling out where they are.
Dude, so many
left, one
assassins.
right, 2 mid.
One left,
One left,
2
2
mid.
mid.
Dude, another assassin? Oh my god, we might not make
It's
this
very important to make sure you have a self-heal back here. As you can see, you end up taking quite a bit of damage
Um,
sometimes.
Boys.
It's the last one on the left-hand side.
one. Backyard
And
count.
One
One.
mid. Sinking.
Got him.
And there's the last one. In the main trial, or in the main arena, you could hear my teammates starting to get a little nervous. That's because the shades were sinking into the floor. Once they sink all the way down in, it ends up being a wipe for the entire trial.
We're only going to be able to push recon
We've now
a little bit
cleansed,
more.
and we're going to go back to help our teammates here for a few moments. But
Backyard
look,
go.
here we go. Time to run to the backyard again. Should note that if you don't have a speed boost, like I'm using Twisting Path for, the Eye of Jode will also give you a speed boost, so you can use that to move around quickly.
But I'm down.
Go
Alright.
system.
Right, Cosm went down, so called for a backup.
When the boss hits 50, stop burning him, please. I'm not over there to see.
Yep, stop burn. He's a 49.
Thanks.
2 mid, 2 right.
You can see we found all the left sides, so we just have the middle left and the right side. My teammate's focusing right side, so I'm
One
going to
mid, one
focus
right.
on just the middle ones. That's both middle ones gone, and
One
he
right.
just got the last right one.
Done.
All right, we'll make our way back in to help our teammates. And finally, here's a quick clip of what it looks like if you are unable to find all 6 of the Void Callers in time. Not good. Alright, Backyardigans, that should be just about everything you need to know to stay safe and have fun in the backyard of vMOL. If I've missed anything or you have any questions, please make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, ESO guides or any ESO walkthroughs, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you on the next one.